You'll call the shots for the unpredictable Guardians as you face cosmic threats to save the galaxy. You got this, probably. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy with Worms Rumble, wriggling onto Nintendo Switch June 23rd. Get a 25% discount when you pre-order the game starting today on Nintendo eShop. The fantastical realm of Orcanon awaits. As you explore this fully hand-painted world, you'll customize a team of demigods and unleash devastating attacks and captivating turn-based combat. Astria Ascending launches on Nintendo Switch September 30th. Bananas wins Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania rolls onto Nintendo Switch October 5th. It's a blast from parties past, and you're invited. Ready for another round of Mario Party Mayhem? Of course you are. It's a superstar collection of Mario Party boards and minigames. Live it up on 5 classic boards from the Nintendo 64 era, including Peach's Birthday Cake and Spaceland. Each board is packed with zany events guaranteed to keep you on your toes. And when we say zany, we mean it. Jump, connect blocks, and give facelifts in hilarious over-the-top minigames, all of which support button controls. With 100 minigames from the Mario Party series catalog, you'll have a blast in this all-star fun fest. Here's a little party favor. All game modes work with online play. Even if you're partying solo, you can randomly match with other partygoers worldwide. Playing a board game online with friends? Save your progress mid-game, grab a snack, then resume the festivities. Stickers are also available to communicate with others. It's time to party in Mario Party Superstars, launching on the Nintendo Switch system October 29th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
What did you think? Before we show this next trailer, I'd like to say one thing. Currently, we're working hard on the latest game in the Metroid Prime series, Metroid Prime 4, which we previously announced. But today, we'd like to introduce another new entry in the Metroid franchise. Please take a look. trailer for the first new 2D Metroid game in roughly 19 years, the brand new Metroid Dread game. As the name Dread implies, this is a Metroid game with a new feel showcasing a variety of threats that Samus will encounter. It's scheduled to be released on October 8th, so it won't be too long until launch. On that same day, we'll also be releasing amiibo figures for Samus and the Emmy, the robot seen in the video. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
These familiar franchises are back on Nintendo Switch. Get ready to get down in the latest Just Dance game. The arcade smash hit Cruisin' Blast is speeding onto Nintendo Switch. Blast your way through nearly 30 over-the-top tracks. Up to 4 players can race together, so pick your favorite vehicle and hit the road. Cruisin' Blast launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch this fall. It's the ultimate Dragon Ball Z experience. Relive the story of Goku. The boss battle episodes, A New Power Awakens Parts 1 and 2 is also included. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, plus A New Power Awakens set punches its way onto Nintendo Switch September 24th. Grab a golf club and get ready to tee off. The Mario Golf Super Rush game launches soon. Here's a standard golf. Take your time to read the wind and terrain on the greens. Nice shot. Hit different types of shots, aim for under par. Nice birdie. Speed golf. Smack your ball, then chase after it. Be the first to get your ball in the hole. Outpace your rivals with special dashes and special shots. Battle golf. Duke it out over 9 flag-marked holes in an obstacle-filled arena. Capture 3 flags to win. Golf adventure. Go from rookie to pro with your Mii character. The golfing challenges that await may surprise you. And here's some news. Free updates are planned for future release, including additional courses and playable characters. The fairway's almost open, so set your tee time and get ready to ace those shots in Mario Golf Super Rush, swinging onto the Nintendo Switch system June 25th. Monsters roaming about. Some are docile, but others may suddenly ambush you. To fight, you'll team up with your Monster and use weapons and skills to overwhelm enemy monsters in turn-based battle.
Not nice. All right, you. Yes, you, the one watching this. Better get ready for some micro game mayhem.
The WarioWare Get It Together game launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system September 10th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
What you just saw was the trailer for WarioWare Get It Together. In the latest installment of this series, there are new microgames that let you control Wario and his friends. There is also a 2-player co-op mode, which greatly expands the gameplay. It's releasing in the near future, so stay tuned. Next, please take a look at this.
As a high school student living in Tokyo, your life is fairly normal. But that reality is upended after you get pulled into a different dimension. Another Tokyo exists, a post-apocalyptic world where angels and demons reside. Suddenly, you fuse with a mysterious figure, gaining the power to fight demons. What lies ahead in this alternate realm? The world is now transformed into a sprawling, demon-infested wasteland. Though friendly demons do exist here, many are hostile and will attempt to destroy you. Harness your newfound powers to fight demons using a command-based system. Finding their weak point is key. By targeting it, the number of consecutive actions you can perform in a combo will increase. Though demons are formidable opponents, you may be able to recruit them via negotiations, which begin when you open a conversation with them. If a negotiation is successful, a demon will become a powerful ally. In some cases, by rejecting a demon's request, they may feel motivated and join you as an ally. Demons that do join will fight alongside you and grow stronger. By fusing demon allies, another demon can be created. The newly fused demon's innate abilities will vary, granting you a powerful ally, customized to your needs and playstyle. Challenge the many demons roaming this post-apocalyptic world by harnessing the power of your own. What destiny will you choose? Shin Megami Tensei 5 will launch exclusively on Nintendo Switch November 12th. Pre-orders for the physical version begin June 21st.
That was the latest trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5 from Atlas. This is the newest game in the series. Please look forward to future updates. Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Celebrate 10 years of Danganronpa in despair.
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
Three games in the deadly Danganronpa series are coming to Nintendo Switch.
I am this school.
Monokuma. Are you okay? Plus, the board game from Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony has been expanded into a standalone game. Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp. An all-star cast of characters from the
audio agak kayak pada bukan kayak Connect.
Other daring adventurers in local wireless co-op and online play. Expect the unexpected when Strange Brigade launches on Nintendo Switch later today. It's a new adventure of cosmic proportions. Mario and his friends will team up with the Rabbids once again. Features various protagonists, letting you experience the game from different perspectives. New costumes and photo modes are included in this version. Can you investigate Mount Hikami and stay alive? Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water, creeps onto Nintendo Switch this year. Deeper and more challenging combat awaits as you eliminate Hell's newest threats in demon-infested ruins and rain-swept terrain. The fate of the cosmos is in your hands. Get slaying when this campaign expansion launches on Nintendo Switch late or online to show off your tricks against other skaters. Drop into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, launching on Nintendo Switch June 25th. 1,000 years, Sateki, the Witch Queen, has risen from the dead, and only one group of heroes can stop her. The Strange Brigade. In this thrilling adventure, you'll blast through be one heck of a galactic adventure. Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, launches into space or... onto Nintendo Switch next year.
Play the first two Advance Wars campaigns in Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. Marching on to Nintendo. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
How is everything? All right, this next segment will be our last announcement of the day. Please take a look.
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. What you've just seen is a trailer for the first wave of DLC for the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pass from Koei Tecmo Games. It will follow Link and his allies through more battles that took place 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I hope you'll look forward to it. To share with you all today. We'll begin with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD game, which launches next month. You'll immerse yourself in the role of Link by using 2 Joy-Con controllers for intuitive motion controls, or by playing in handheld mode, wielding the sword via flicking the stick and button-only controls. This game depicts the... Next up, here's a little something you might like. This is a Game & Watch system that lets you play 3 games in the Legend of Zelda series. This year, the original Legend of Zelda game reaches its 35th anniversary. While we don't have any campaigns or other Nintendo Switch games planned, we've been working on this Game & Watch system as a special item to help mark the occasion and reflect fondly on the earliest days of The Legend of Zelda. It will come with the first game in the series, The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, and the Game Boy version of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening game, as well as a special version of the Game & Watch title Vermin, starring Link as the playable character. So that's 4 games on one system, from longer Legend of Zelda games to the pickup. Alright, here's the last thing we have to show you. This is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. 2 years have passed since we first announced this game, and we've been unable to share anything with you in that time. However, development has been steadily progressing. For today, we've prepared some new footage to show a bit more of the game. Please take a look. So, what did you think? This time around, the setting for the adventure has been expanded to include the skies above Hyrule. We'd like to ask you to wait a bit longer. We're aiming for a 2022 release, so I hope you'll look forward to it.
How was that? That's all for this Nintendo Direct. We are diligently continuing development on a number of other games we didn't show today. I hope you'll continue looking forward to what's in store on Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching.
Hi everyone, I'm Doug Bowser from Nintendo of America, and I'm here with Nate Bildorf, who leads our Treehouse team. As you know, at Nintendo, we're all about creating experiences that deliver surprises and smiles. And I have to say, I found myself smiling through that entire presentation, thinking about how many unique games we'll be able to share with everyone in the weeks and months ahead. Nate, that last clip was incredible. So many questions. Where do we start? What did you think?
Oh, Doug, they had me at the first mysterious red tendril. You know what a massive Zelda fan I am.
Same camp. And Mario Golf Super Rush launches in just a few weeks on June the 25th. By the way, Nate, do you know why Luigi brings 2 pairs of pants to the golf course with him?
Doug, are we doing the dad joke thing again?
We are. In case he gets a hole in one. But seriously, everyone, this game is just packed with content. You can play in standard golf mode, but then there's also speed golf, battle golf, the golf adventure mode, and the option to play with buttons or motion controls. And you can play with up to 4 people locally or online. I can say this one is definitely going to be taking up the majority of my summer gaming time.
Oh yeah, Bill, you and me both. And there's plenty more to come. And as for today, our E3 show is just getting started. Next up, we have, of course, have Nintendo Treehouse Live, and we'll be kicking off our first segment with a very special guest, Yoshio Sakamoto, who is the producer of Metroid Dread. And he's going to be sharing his insights on, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the first new 2D Metroid game in nearly 2 decades. I'm not going to miss it, and I know you've been looking forward to it as well.
Absolutely, I'm so looking forward to this. And we do have our Treehouse team on deck for a gameplay deep dive into Metroid Dread, WarioWare Get It Together, and more games in a mix of both live and pre-recorded segments today. And I'd just like to say as we close how deeply grateful we are to everyone watching today. Thank you for sharing this time with us, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone. We can't wait to hear what you think. And with that, I'll turn it over to Sakamoto-san and the Treehouse team.
2D メトロイドの完全新作メトロイドドレッドをやっと発表できました。1986年のメトロイドから始まってメトロイド2、スーパーメトロイド、メトロイドフュージョンと続いてきたシリーズの19年ぶりの最新作、そして最新エピソードになります。メトロイドシリーズはサムス・アランという女性バウンティーハンターの活躍を描いたゲームです。タイトルのメトロイドっていうのは生物兵器として軍事利用できる浮遊生命体の名前でいろんなトラブルのきっかけになってきました。シリーズではそのメトロイドと主人公サムスとの奇妙な関係性を綴ってきましたが、今回はそのストーリーの一区切りとなるエピソードです。シリーズファンには一区切りって何やろうと想像しながらプレイしていただきたいですね。ストーリーは重要ですが、決してファンのためだけのゲームではないです。基本は 2D アクションゲームなので、銀が最強の戦士になりきって暴れてもらえれば誰でも楽しんでもらえるはずです。これが初めてのメトロイドという人で、ゲームのプロローグを見てもらえればストーリーがわからないということにはならないでしょう。むしろ今作が初メトロイドという人だからこその楽しみ方もあるんじゃないでしょうかね。タイトルになっているドレッドの意味は恐怖です。無敵のサムス・アランを襲う絶望的な恐怖を表すタイトルです。行ったこともない惑星で一人で行動するサムスに忍び寄る圧倒的な存在というように、今までとは一味違う要素が追加されたメトロイドです。実はメトロイドドレッドのアイデアは15年ほど前に思いついたんですよ。ただ当時の技術ではコンセプトをうまく表現できないなと思って、残念ながら諦めました。その後も再チャレンジのチャンスはあったんですが、イメージ通りのゲームにまとめられそうにないなと思ってまた諦めることになりました。正直この企画を諦めることになるかなと思ってたんですが、 3DS のサムスリターンズを共同開発したマーキュリースティームエンターテインメントがすごく優秀なチームだったんです。技術力が高いしセンスもいいし、なんといってもメトロイドというゲームの理解が半端なかったんですね。この最高のパートナーと組んだらメトロイドドレッドは必ず完成すると確信しました。そして15年前に思い描いた以上のメトロイドドレッドがこうやって完成しました。今回登 登場するエミーを一言で言うとめっちゃ恐ろしい敵ですね。実は銀河連邦所有の調査ロボットなんです。特定のゾーン内をうろついてサムスが立てる物音を感知して近づいてきます。視覚センサーで見られてしまうと捕まえるために高速で追いかけてきます。サムスの通常の武器は一切効きません。しかも捕まるとほぼ即死。これは厳しいですね。サムスはそんな恐怖と戦いながらミッションを遂行しなければならないんですね。今回のサムスは一段と大変ですね。サムスにとってものすごく不利な状況なんですが、検知範囲内であっても音を立てなければエミーは気づきません。物陰に隠れて見られないようにもできます。そして対抗手段の代表格がサムスがエミーから見えなくなるファントムクロークという高額迷彩アビリティです。これの使い方がゲームの進行を大きく左右します。歯が立たない敵に見つからないように行動するエミーのゲームパートはメトロイド体系の強烈なスパイスになっていると思います。ここまで新要素を中心に話してきましたので、全体のゲームデザインが変わっちゃったんじゃないかなと思われたかもしれません。でもそこはご安心ください。従来通りのゲーム性に磨きをかけてアクションや探索要素の強化や工夫はバッチリです。サムスリターンズのアクションを洗練させてフリーゲームやメレーカウンターなどを扱いやすくしました。基本アクションとしてスライディングっていうのを追加するなどアクション面はかなりの充実ぶりですので、ゲーム体験はより快適になっています。当然メトロイドを遊んだことのない方もいらっしゃると思いますので、最後にメトロイドの探索要素について簡単に触れておきますね。メトロイドは探索型のアクションゲームです。パワーアップアビリティを取得するとサムスのアクションがどんどん増え、それらのアクションでサムスの行動範囲が広がっていくという仕組みです。これまでになかったパワーアップアビリティも当然追加しています。特定の壁や天井に捕まって移動できるスパイダーマグネットなどはその一例です。他にもいろいろありますのでお楽しみに。いろいろなアビリティを使う自由度の高い探索は今まで以上だと思います。よりダイナミックになった快適なアクションによる自由な探索と自分が追われる身となって行動する恐怖という2種類の刺激が融合したメトロイドドレッドはシリーズ経験のあるなしにかかわらず楽しんでいただけます。新しいデザインのメトロイドをこの後の任天堂ツリーハウスライブで紹介します。ダンよろしく。
Thanks, Sakamoto-san. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live. I am super excited about this next segment where we're going to delve into an early work-in-progress version of Metroid Dread, show some of Samus's new moves in action, and also, I think, get to a little bit of the way the game develops this suspense and tension that gives the game its title. So I'm joined by Audrey and Teresa from Nintendo Treehouse, and Teresa's going to take us into the depths of planet ZDR.
Yeah, all right. So let's take a deep dive into the very beginning of the game. So we're going to backtrack just a little bit to show Samus's free movement here. So like I just spent a few missiles, so I'm going to use this interactive here to replenish. But one of the things I want to show here is free aim, which for those that have played Metroid Samus Returns, this has made a comeback. You can see a lot of the area around as you use it. Also has this little tracking system that when it's targeting an enemy, it'll make that sound.
I want to take a moment to say that, as Nate and Sakamoto-san already mentioned, this is the first new 2D Metroid game in 19 years. That's almost 2 decades. I don't know if you did the math, but that's a lot of years. We've been waiting for this for a long time, so we're really excited to be finally showing this to everyone.
here's another returning move from Metroid Samus Returns, which is the melee counter. One of my favorite features. And then a new one is, or the development of the melee counter. Whoop. I'll let that guy move a little bit back. Come back. The melee dash. I really love that because it doesn't break momentum. I can immediately do a counter and immediate damage to an enemy.
Yeah, something this game does really well is improve upon the improvements from Metroid Samus Returns. So like you mentioned, we had free aim and the melee counter in that game. And here we have the running free aim, which gives you even more freedom, and the dash melee. So instead of having to stand still and wait for enemies to attack you, you can just go get them, which really has great movement to this game.
Yeah, I love that, like, Samus moves so well, and it's just all that freedom. It's just, this is probably the smoothest I've been able to control Samus in a really long time.
Absolutely, and you've opened up the map screen here, something that Metroid fans know to love and adore.
Yeah.
The map system is just as important in this game as ever, and it really shows you the classic Metroid gameplay progression, which is back in full force in this game, where you look at your map, you identify areas that you haven't been to yet or aren't able to access yet. You try and find another way through, find a new ability, push your way forward, fill in the map, lather, rinse, repeat. So that's back and better than ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, and this area here is blinking white because there's something here that I haven't discovered yet. So I could use markers to kind of pinpoint it, just in case I don't have an ability, and I have to backtrack here once I'm able to explore it.
Yeah, don't sleep on those markers. Those can be really important in this labyrinthine world.
Sure. But this is curious.
It is really a part of the charm of Metroid, though, having this renewed sense of purpose in your backtracking paired with pushing forward.
Yeah, another thing I want to pinpoint is the amount of work the dev team put in Samus's animations. Like, just her animation of gripping the walls when she can't move, or like holding onto the ledge. It's just so smooth.
Yeah, you'll notice little touches everywhere, so keep an eye out for them.
Oh.
That seamless transition to these sort of story scenes is great.
Little moments like this, when you're in helmet view for a moment, really add to the isolation and the tone of this game.
Yeah, no, this game is a sequel to Metroid Fusion, but you can see that her suit looks a little bit different than that, so that'll be a story element that people will find out what happened when they play the game. We don't want to spoil too much.
So these are the Emi that Sakamoto-san was talking about, and none of Samus's weapons seem to do anything against them. So
run.
Yeah. Oh, that slide move is so cool.
She looks so cool when she's sliding.
Yeah, it is. Nope. Okay.
Oh no, just no.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Missiles don't work either. Oh my gosh.
So
scary.
About this being called Dread. That would be why.
They're very relentless.
Oh my. Oh wow. Okay. Did a little reach for me there.
Yeah.
That was new.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one's clearly not well, but it's still quite frightening.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's a bit damaged and can't completely reach to me, but we're gonna have to find a different way to tackle that enemy.
You know, this thing is a central unit which controls various areas of the planet. It's sort of a biomechanical computer, kind of a homage to maybe similar units in previous Metroid games. And from this unit, Samus can power up, get a temporary power up for her arm cannon and turn it into the Omega cannon.
Yeah, so, yeah. In typical 2D Metroid fashion, you've always seen the camera panned around here. Now, with the Omega cannon ability, there's this dynamic camera that you get to see over Samus's shoulder, which is so, so cool.
Yeah, little additions like that really flesh out the classic 2D gameplay without it feeling like it strays too far from what we loved about it.
Just makes it seem really powerful.
Right. Let's see if this works against our Emmy friend here.
Takes a little while to charge up, so
it does.
Don't wait too long.
Alright.
Okay. Oh,
I wanted to make sure I had it line of sight.
I hope you enjoyed that. That's our one shot at it.
Yeah, so it was so powerful that in order to take that Emmy down, we lose the ability of the Omega Cannon, and it goes back to a regular arm cannon.
It was worth it, though. We can breathe easy now.
It was.
For a moment. I also want to point out while you're scrolling your way through all of these different halls, there's so many different ways to play this game. Like Teresa is amazing with a missile. She's the queen of the missiles, but you can also just shoot your regular arm cannon. You can try and avoid enemies altogether, try and hit them all. Really, it's up to you what kind of Samus you want to be.
Yeah, and as Audrey pointed out too earlier, that you could use free aim to do more like line of sight shooting, but you could also just free aim shoot while you're moving as well.
It's good because you need to shoot a lot of different things in this game.
So many things. Oh, I see a pixelated door, and now I filled with dread.
Yeah, this is a new entryway.
Yep, these are the entries to the various zones that the Emmy are patrolling, and once you're in there, you need to be on the lookout for those.
Yeah, you can hear in the background, the music is so atmospheric. It really puts you on pins and needles just listening to it.
Very, I am completely on edge.
Yeah.
Really eerie. Can't seem to climb these yet.
Yeah, just the detail in the background makes it great. Yeah, there it is.
Especially during moments like this, you can really appreciate how cool it is to have an HD 2D Metroid game.
We tried that already. It's not gonna work.
Hey, it was worth a shot.
Just try again. Maybe we'll work on this one.
Now run.
So luckily, this Emmy can't go through tight spaces. So I have an advantage here.
Somehow Emmy doesn't seem
Oh.
worried.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's fast.
Oh, you're following me.
Okay, you gotta get away from that. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, when they go into this patrol mode and turn red, the door locks until they sort of lose track of you.
It's still trying to get at her.
Oh, yeah, it's still looking around. But...
Ooh.
Find another way to get to me.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it's my heart throbbing through my hands or the controller, but it's pretty nerve-wracking when facing the Emmy. They're terrifying species.
Yeah, T makes it seem like she's calm, cool, collected, and badass. I like to pretend that she's actually as nervous as I am when I play it, but I don't think it's true.
Do you want to point out, like, also the backgrounds, like the amount of detail that the development team has put into, like, not just the enemies in the forefront, but also in the background. I don't know if you guys can tell the shimmering thing in there.
There, it's moving.
Okay.
That doesn't bode well.
Yeah. Oh, probably. Note that for the future.
Yeah, some of those details kind of tell the story as effectively as, a voiceover or anything.
If you want to be a bounty hunter, you have to pay attention to details. And watch out for gooey enemies. This is more, but I love the detail of, like, the rib cage in the background. You just know something went down there.
So, the thing about Metroid enemies too is that some of them have patterns and you can counter them, and others don't, like this one. So I'm just gonna, I can use it. And this room is a communication room with Adam, who happens to be Samus's ship's PC or computer. We're going to skip this part here just because we don't want to spoil any of the lore, but Dan, if you could summarize for the folks at home.
Yeah, so as Samus is exploring, she uploads data to Adam, their ship's AI, and Adam kind of gives little analysis, just really hints though, not necessarily telling you where to go or anything like that. It's still up to you to kind of explore, but there's some interesting, some little hints that you can, and in that one, Adam was basically summarizing the Emmy and kind of the limits that they have of patrolling a zone, and also how dangerous they are, which we've seen, but hopefully we won't see too much firsthand here.
CT doing a great job. It's not just action, it's not just exploration. There's also a lot of puzzle elements here, trying to find the way forward.
Yeah, and it's really cool too how Metroid Dread does this really sweet balance of, you know, the moments where you're allowed to have like some quiet to solve the puzzles, and then it's interspersed with this really heavy, intense action.
Yeah.
So here's the nope. That was the Emmy, as Dan had mentioned. They have kind of 3 modes. One is the